What's up, everybody? Cranky's running a little late. I know he'll be here in a little bit. Oh, look at that. Boy, right on time. All right, hold on a second. And where are we at? All right. Okay, now the star of the show's here. We can get started.
Hooga booga doo. Hooga booga do. I had to. I apologize. I thought I'd be all set up and everything, Michi, and I got that squirrel mentality going on. I started to do a pour, and I got my sand ready in my little pour cylinder there, my little flask, and then I had to carve it out some stuff, and then bang, it was 10 till 5. It's like, whoa, wait a minute.
It happens.
So yeah, hi Chew, hi Scrap Metal Racing, and hello Michi Mish.
Yeah, and Chew's here too.
Yeah, I see that. Hi Chew. Yeah. Which is actually my. I hope no offense. That's my favorite Japanese candy is the haichu. Believe it is spelled a little different, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys get all this crazy weather out by you?
We had 114 heat index yesterday, Michi. I was gonna mow.
Yeah.
And it was an absolute sauna at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And as the sun came up, it didn't get any better.
Our lawn guys were here before 8 o'clock this morning. So
well, I don't blame them.
We're taking the day off, and it only got up to 95 here, but with the humidity on the heat index, it was up over 100. And we just had like a hour and a half long monsoon. Traffic's lined up for miles in every direction to get into metro airports because everything's underwater.
So, wow.
Oh yeah, it got ugly quick. We were sitting here, eating dinner. Was it about 3:45? We're eating dinner, and all of a sudden it went from 3:45 in the afternoon to 4:45 in the morning. Like,
holy smokes!
Yeah, this is not good, but we're good now. So we said we might get another thunderstorm. So if you guys hear a whole bunch of ruckus in the background, that's just Mother Nature being off her meds again. So.
Well, Grandma Cranky lost their power last night.
Yeah.
And down in Mizzou land.
Oh yeah.
And I just my Gladys Kravitz neighbor called a little bit ago, wondering what all the sirens were about. There were, hey Jack Stacks, they were a block from my house at a car wash, and there were minimum 3, possibly 5 agencies there.
Wow.
All weapons. This was a major thing. And if you remember just couple of weeks ago, they took down those 2
right
MS-13 characters in my neighborhood. So I'm certain it probably was a, I don't know, maybe an opportunity or something. But anyway, it was a big deal going on there. That was like half an hour ago.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it is. It is. I cannot believe the headlines out of Cincinnati.
I just.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't. If I wouldn't have seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it. But yeah, just people walking down the street getting jumped, coming out of a jazz festival of all things.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure, I know it made the national news. I'm sure everybody heard. And Jack, you guys probably heard about it over in the UK. We had a guy here in northern Michigan. Everybody hears Michigan, they automatically think Detroit or Flint. This was in Traverse City. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Michigan, that's kind of I don't want to say touristy place because it's jumping year round, even when there's 3 feet of snow on the ground. But it's like the cherry capital of Michigan. Kind of. I was telling people, I remember the days where when you went to Traverse City, you sipped your drinks with your pinky out and 2 fingers and all that, and that's where a lot of the money was. This guy walked into a Walmart, opened up a pocket knife, and just started randomly stabbing people. And I think Cranky, I think I sent you the video from the one Second Amendment, pro Second Amendment guy. It's like the
Yep.
media refuses to say that a citizen with a permit legally carrying a firearm stopped him and never fired a shot.
Nice.
Yeah, never fired a shot. And it was kind of cool because once the whole story starts coming out, as I'm watching the video, and I'm like, where is this guy coming from? This guy, no shoes on. What, did he run from his house? Or whatever, because there's this guy standing there screaming at the guy with no shoes on. Come to find out, this guy's a retired Marine. He and his daughter were up there doing dad-daughter weekend camping, and they went into Walmart for some supplies. And they say he told his daughter, he says, go back to the car, get in the car, lock the car up, and don't come out until I tell you to. And he took off running. So here's this unarmed Marine and John Q. citizen with a concealed pistol license and a firearm stopped it. And I will say this, Traverse City PD, Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Department, they have some of the best response times in the world when somebody calls 911. They were there within 3 minutes, but in 3 minutes, he stabbed 11 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's Lori told me about that, and I just like 11 people.
Yeah, 11
well,
people,
now,
six men, 5 women.
I thought that the guy had gotten shot, but
No.
the perpetrator. But
No.
that's good to hear that he didn't.
The guy, he never had to fire a shot. And I'll tell you, the guy, I still in my head is we're trained. We have a distance that we don't cross when we're engaging somebody with a weapon, and it's even a longer distance if they have an edged weapon. And this guy got right up in his grill and was screaming, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. And again, I'm looking at this guy trying to figure out where the guy came from, because, and again, I'm not judging the less fortunate or anything like that, but where did this homeless guy come from in Traverse City? How did they not know he was there?
Yeah.
And he did. He pulled out. And the big joke now is, after Walmart did all their, oh, well, this guy walked into our store with an AK-47, so we're going to stop selling pistol ammo. It's like, okay, so now are you going to stop selling like kitchen knives? And, are you going to have a special permit to buy a butter knife? Kind of stuff like that. But yeah, a random pocket knife that he could have picked up in the sporting goods section of Walmart.
I've said it before. I'd much rather. Well, won't say much rather, but I'd just about as soon be up against somebody with in a shootout kind of situation as
right.
With a blade, because those are nasty wounds.
Yeah. They don't make noise. They do more damage coming back out than they do going in. They don't jam. They don't misfire.
Yeah.
And
it's up close and personal.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Jack says they just had a mass stabbing in London, 2 dead and 4 injured. Well,
yeah.
It's the dog days of summer, folks.
Right.
It's just unbelievable.
Well,
it's just. Does it seem, Michi? Does it seem to you like maybe things are kind of accelerating?
We've been dealing with a lot at work. I mean, granted, we catch it at the tail end, but our local PDs are running, and sheriff's departments are running their butts off, and there's a lot of stuff that we used to see once in a great while that's coming in like multiples per day. And I know what we've been having problems with, and of course it's a whole different can of worms. A lot of kids, like early teens. I mean, we went 10 rounds with a 15-year-old last night, and she got some good shots in on all of us.
Wow.
And it's just they the kids flip out. The mom, or I shouldn't say it. The kids have a mental breakdown of some kind, and the parents just give up on them. Or I think I might have told you about it. Was it probably 3 weeks ago now? We get called, and they always call us and say, "Hey, this is enter fire department name here. One of our rigs is inbound to your facility with a combative in the back. Can you guys meet us at the door? Because they're going to need help." Sure, no problem. We go out there, and it's a 14-year-old girl.
Wow.
Make a long story short, they draw blood on her after it took like 12 of us to hold her down for them to do it. They take blood. She had a blood alcohol level of 0.25.
Good night.
And in the process of us transferring her from the stretcher to the gurney in the emergency department, she did a 1-2 on one of our nurses. So I asked the nurse, "Do you want to press charges?" "No, it's okay." "Okay, would you at least want to file a report? Because technically, in the state of Michigan, what she did is a felony, even though she's 14. No, she's only 14. And all the mom was worried about was why is he pushing her to press charges? Why? The bigger question is, why is your daughter at a 0.25? So it's just, I don't know. It's just, values aren't being passed on for some reason.
No. And Lori showed me a video earlier today too. This guy was talking about his daughter going down a slide and some kid walking up and punching her in the face and thinking it was cool.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
And he was talking about that. He's like, my kids have respect, and they have, we need better parenting out there. It's not, and these kids were like 7, 8 years old,
Oh yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
We're going back several years because, oh gosh, I want to say my son was probably 12 at the time. We went down to my great nephew's first birthday. They had it at a park and a picnic shelter and all that, down in the state of Ohio. But we get down there and the kids are all playing, and my son is playing the part of hovering big brother. He's watching the little ones and making sure they're okay and all that. And shortly after everybody got done eating and doing the cake and ice cream and the birthday boy opening his presents, the little ones go over to the playscape, whatever. Well, there was another gathering going on, and bigger kids, about my son's age, and one of the little ones came back and said, "Hey, those kids are picking on us." Well, of course, my son, the hockey player, he's going to go over there and settle it. And I'm like, no, let the adults handle it.
Yeah.
and so they tried to handle it, and basically the parents of the other kids told them to pee off, for putting it politely. And so now my son goes into, he's in tunnel vision, watching every little one and where they go and what they're doing. And Mike, amen. More fishing poles and fewer screens.
Oh yeah.
This kid who, I come to find out the kid was like 11, but he looked like he was 17. Knocks this little girl off, knocked her off the slide. She fell probably a good 3-4 feet, landed on her butt. She was okay with it. My son saw that, and one of the other parents was like, "Oh my God, yeah." My nephew says, "Oh, no. Watch this." Because my son took off, acted like, had selective hearing, couldn't, like he didn't hear me. It looked like he took 4 steps, and he cleared that 50 feet from the picnic bench to the playscape. And my nephew says, "Yeah, you see that right there?" He goes, "Yeah, that's my little cousin, the hockey player." And my son took care of business, and it was basically, he's like, no, you're not going to do that. And this kid, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something about, "Why don't you walk away before you get hurt?" And my son, never having lived in the city of Detroit, but was born there but not raised there, and was raised by a dad who was born there. He looks down at his shirt. he had a Red Wings t-shirt on. He says, "You see what this says?" And points at where it says Detroit. And the kid goes, "Yeah, whatever, man," and picks up a handful of that playground gravel and throws it at my son and hits him in the chest. Nope. The other kids went home crying. So
yeah.
and when the police got there, the other group was escorted out. But it's like, parents sitting there watching that happen, and that's okay. So,
Yeah.
no, it's not okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay. How about I come over there and because I'm twice the size of your son. How about I come over there and knock your son on his butt and see how he likes it? Because this little girl, she's a little itty bitty thing.
Yeah.
But no, that's why, and I never taught my son that. It's just he knew this is what I need to do, and I already know that if I cross mom and dad, I'm in trouble. And literally, I had to raise. He's going to be 22 in the fall. I had to raise my voice to him once. Gave him the look once. Never laid a hand on him. I belly bopped him one time and sent him flying because he disrespected his mom in my presence.
Oh, there you go.
And like I say, and I was a lot bigger than I am now, and I could do a belly roll and send you flying. And I did. I sent him flying across his bedroom. He landed on his butt, and he realized that dad didn't stutter. But
that's right.
We never got called to school because he was in trouble. We never got called to go pick him up at the police station, right? Because he knew better.
Yeah. I mean, it goes all the way.
These kids now, they're doing a thing here in Detroit where the city of Detroit's had enough with all the crapola going on downtown and, wherever big things are going on. They've increased they're enforcing the curfew again, and they're increasing the fines. It used to be you get the kid gets a $75 ticket for curfew violation. Well, now the kid's going to get the $75 curfew ticket, but the parents are going to get a $500 curfew ticket.
I like it.
And you can't do that. My son's 15. He's responsible enough to be out. But no, he's not. He's a child.
No, he's not. That's right.
Now I will say this, and this is me being a teenager when they started pushing the curfew. And originally it was during which everybody on this planet knows about how Devil's Night used to be in Detroit. It was a curfew. You had to be under 18. You had to be off the streets by 6:00. Okay, but that's fine until you have the kids that have part-time jobs that work until 9:00. And we had to have a note from our employer saying that we were on our way home from work if we got pulled over by the police. And they didn't play. And of course, we weren't the ones trying to burn down the city either.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a little different. Yeah.
Right. Well, and that they started enforcing that curfew and stuff, and now they don't even call it Devil's Night in Detroit anymore. They call it Angel's Night.
Oh, I like that.
Because it literally, and I'm sure there's people here that remember when, all the national news whatever you want to call them, all the national news channels, whatever, ABC, NBC, CBS, PBS, NPR, ABCDEFG, whatever, all used to come to Detroit to film Devil's Night, and it did. It looked like what everybody gives as the image of hell. Fires everywhere. Yeah. And now I know the last couple of years they've had less fire runs on the 30th of October than they've had on any regular day of the year. So,
well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
For sure. 210 stacks, Canadian Silver Seeker. Hey.
Yeah.
You got one of his 1/10 ounce channel rounds.
I do. I actually have one of each, and I have spares too.
Canadian Silver Seeker. I gotta hit you up on that. If there's any of those left, I'll make it worth your while if you'll consider me for a swap on something. 210 stacks. What's up, yo? Hope everybody's doing good.
Yeah. See, I'm going to make myself big here for a second if I
do that
without deleting myself.
Let's not do that.
Right. Oh, I've done it before. See, I almost hit it again. Okay, here we go. Solo layout. Yeah, I actually, because I haven't been able to find capsules small enough. But there's one of them. Oh, no, there. Let's try it that way. There. Trying
Yeah.
not to blind everybody with a face reveal. So there's that, and then here's the other side of that one. And I'm
Happy
trying to get
stacking, eh?
yeah, and
I love it.
then the one side on both of them I believe, is just about the same, but then the opposite side is different on each one.
Is that a loon privy on there?
Yeah, actually it is. Here, hold on. Let's see if I can get that in there close enough for you to.
Canadian Silver Seeker thought of everything. He's even got a privy on it.
This thing is cool. If we didn't have all those darn tariffs, I'd be saving my money to have the company that did his do some for me.
Yeah,
I put all the many faces of Michi on one side.
There it is.
Yeah, and then there's these are super sweet. I mean, awesome idea.
That is really cool. And that design there, I see like 3 or 4 different dollar designs or half designs combined there. That's cool.
I can't remember if that's supposed to be a trout or whatever that the fish is down there on the bottom. But see, it's even got the fish in there.
Yeah, like well, it could be salmon, I guess, but it's
all good.
maybe likely a salmon. If Canadian Silver Seeker's still in here, maybe he can tell us, because the British 50p that's the hardest to find now is the salmon, which Sir Ian. Oh, look at me! I'm tearing stuff up here.
Oh, there we go.
I can find it. Yeah, I think it was Sir Ian. Look at me tearing. Hey, man, I tell you what,
you should have seen me trying to set up my set earlier. I mean, I had stuff flying everywhere.
Oh man. Anyway, there's that goes right in front there. You know what Mike did for me on that. He let me have custody of that for a while.
Oh yeah.
Here's the 50p salmon. Yeah. And that's like that's actually more rare to find than the Kew Gardens. If you know anything at all about 50Ps,
right.
The Kew Gardens was the big one to find for a while. And oh, look, Michi and Cranky are face down.
Oh,
there we go.
Been out partying.
Yeah. a little too much Mountain Dew last night.
A little too much Fago.
Fago, I love it. We can get that here now.
Well, it's about darn time.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be you couldn't get it south of Toledo or north of Flint.
Yeah, we're
anytime we went up to my aunt and uncle's up in the UP, we had to stop and load up on Better Made potato chips and Fago. Better Made potato chips, Fago, and Vernors.
There you go, Vernors.
Yes, because Vernors was originally a Detroit thing, and then somewhere down the road, when everybody was, we'll sell to the highest bidder, they originally sold Vernors to Pepsi, and then Pepsi sold it to 7-Up, and
for medicinal purposes only.
Yeah, Lord only knows where it's made now, but it's still good.
Oh yeah.
Vernors was actually created by a pharmacist.
Really?
Yes. As a cure-all for just about everything, because it's made with real ginger, and ginger will clean just about everything out of you. I mean, it's great if you've got your sinuses, you got a cold. And I know a lot of people look at me like I'm crazy, but you heat that Vernors up, put a cinnamon stick in it, and just keep stirring it, stir the fizz out of it with the cinnamon stick. Leave the cinnamon stick in there and drink it. It'll clean you out.
Is that another way of saying something else? You just stir the fizz out of it?
No, because the carbonation doesn't help.
Gotcha.
Well, hey, you could say that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and as a matter of fact,
when I say hot flat Vernors, but it works. And if you for stomach ache, you drink some of that. Like you don't drink it cold, you drink it warm, not hot. Drink it warm and just sip it. It's gonna do, and I know this may sound gross to some, it's gonna do one of two things. It's gonna soothe your stomach, or it's gonna get whatever's making your stomach hurt out of you.
Yep.
And I've had it work both ways for me.
So. Outstanding. Hey, can I do a shout out to somebody, Michi?
It's absolutely.
I just finished the transaction, and it's the only pickup I've got for July, and that is my good friend Nick. It's Jersey Silver Stacker. And he is selling. I got two Benjis and two Kennedys 64s and $1 worth of dimes for shipped for $89.
Nice.
So,
okay.
Yeah. And now he's got some more stuff left. I'm not sure what his inventory is. He said he might put it on his YouTube channel. He does YouTube and Instagram.
Cool.
And it's Jersey Silver Stacker. Y'all want to go check him out? You ought to be subscribed to him anyway, because he does a lot of good games and races games and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So he took a little hiatus, I think, for a while. At least I didn't see him. Of course, I was not around at all. But yeah, really good price. So cool. I was pretty happy with that. Yeah. So go check him out if you're in the market for some cheap. He's the one, Michi, that my package that was supposedly put in my post office box. And then that disappeared, and like I chased that thing for 14 months before they finally said that.
Pill and disappeared for a minute. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for nothing, y'all. But
right.
Yeah. So yeah, he's always got something good going on. So just a shout out to Jersey Silver Stacker.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're
tell him Cranky sent you. Mm-hmm. He will not throw you. You won't get a discount or anything, but he won't throw you off the website. So that's a good thing. But yeah. Well, what else has been going on? We need a dose of something good. I got nothing. So
it's just the world's been so crazy the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it has. It has.
And I know there's a lot of people that say, you shouldn't be upset when celebrities die, worry, blah, blah, blah. We've lost a lot of talented people the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Not trying to dwell on doom and gloom, but I mean, geez, we lost Ozzy, and I know there's a lot of people that hold grudges, but yeah, we lost Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Chuck Mangione.
Chuck Mangione.
That's the one that was
one of my mom's favorites.
Yeah, that's the one that kind of made me sad.
Yes.
And I saw somebody say something today about I can't believe that the first thing Ozzy did as a ghost was kill Hulk Hogan. It's like what?
Well,
who comes up with this?
I've gone round and round with some people about Hulk Hogan, and the problem is some of them are of the younger generation, and some of them are of our generation. Yet they believe everything they see on TV and hear on TV, and every single absolute thing they read on Google and all that. And I had an opportunity over the years in a professional capacity to encounter Terry,
the man. Terry. Yeah. He
AKA Hulk Hogan when he is himself not in character.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when he's walking around and he's going, "Hey, brother," you know, no, he's in character. Even if he's walking down the sidewalk, he's in his surf shop, he's in his wrestling memorabilia store, and hey, you know what you gonna do? You know, okay, no, he's in character. He's Hulk Hogan. I had the opportunity on several occasions because they over the years did a lot of, and you know, whatever they used to do a wrestling show on Friday night. I can't remember what that one was called, but then you had Saturday night main event, Monday night Raw, this one, that one. They were always here in Detroit at Cobo Arena, Joe Louis Arena, the Palace, Auburn Hills, the Silver Dome, aka way back when, you know, he supposedly lifted and body slammed John Ray the Giant and won the championship or retained or whatever it was in WrestleMania. But they put on an act for you. We're the guys that are making sure that when it's over, they get to their cars, they get out of here, they get to the airport, they get wherever they got to go. And there are a lot of people throwing the R word around about Terry.
Yeah.
And my thing to them is, if Terry is a racist, then Carol O'Connor's a racist because he played Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
Sherman Hemsley is a racist because he played George Jefferson.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we all know damn good and well that's not the case.
Yep. Yep. Now, my favorite thing with Hulk was when he was talking, or Terry when he was talking about his decision to accept Christ. That was
exactly.
That was a pretty cool. That was a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, and to set the record straight, because this incident actually took place here in Detroit. There was a wrestler. His name was Booker T. His stage name was Booker T. His character was a heel for most of the time he was in WWF, WWE, WCW, whatever they were calling it at the time. But again, another one that I encountered out of character on many occasions. The nicest, kindest human beings on the planet. And he jokingly said in character, and this was back for those of you that followed wrestling or still do, when we were in the era of the NWO, you know, where Hulk Hogan was a heel.
Yeah.
These guys were both heels at the time. And Booker T said something that was not an uncommon saying back then, where he said, Hulk Hogan is my, enter the N word here.
Yeah.
Well, now fast forward, they're in their little commissary eating, and Randy Savage, the character name, says to Hulk Hogan, "Hey man, so what do you think about Booker T calling you a," enter N word here? And Hulk Hogan's reply was, "Well, if Booker T called me, enter N word here, then I must be a pretty damn good, enter N word here."
Yeah.
And everybody ran with that. Oh, he's a racist because he said the N word. No. Was he screwed up in the head at the time? Yes. Just like all the rest of them. They were popping pills, they were drinking, they were partying, all that stuff. But then he found God, and that part went away. But he never, ever was a racist. Yeah, and even in everything that he did wrong in his life, he's up there accounting to the big man for right now.
Yep. Absolutely.
And we all know that if you even make it to the gates of heaven, that you've been forgiven.
So, well, yeah, we're all going to have our day for sure. Yeah.
We're all going to have the answer for things we did.
SGT, I got a new pour coming out that I thought of you about it. if you can imagine, I don't know if let me pull this back a little bit here.
Yeah.
This end of the this end of this 556 right here, Freedom Pill container.
Mm-hmm. Freedom seeds. Oh,
Yeah,
Joe, let me make you bigger. Sorry, I'm
that's
slow.
okay. It's okay. But
There we go.
this end right here, I'm going to take my jeweler's saw and I'm going to pour some of these, and then I'm going to solder. Basically, I'll solder that on. I'm just going to try it. I'm going to solder that on to a dog tag and see how it works. That's
that sounds pretty
I'll
cool.
probably do. If I got to spend 45 too, I'll probably do that. But
Nice.
yeah, I thought those would be kind of cool to do. And I got to show you, Michi. Look at this. Look at this. You notice it's a little cleaner here. I'm in the process, right? But look at this. Let's see if I can. There we go. There's the setup now.
Nice.
This has got my stamps here. My some of my files. I've got my 3/16 bezel and some sterling wire. I got my torch back here, and I've got all kinds of tools in here. Way down here, I got my cabochons and turquoise and wax, carbon wax, all that kind of stuff. Got my Dremel and stuff in there, so it's coming along. It's a work in progress, but yeah, Lori and I were just talking earlier. Man, I haven't done anything for so long.
Well, maybe you'll get a laugh out of this. You got that cool elaborate setup. There's mine.
There you go. I like it. See,
I'm getting there.
You are. You're putting it together, man. I like it. I got
I didn't even think about it when I ordered the stamps, that these do not come with a period, dot, decimal point, whatever you want to call it. So I actually, and I know I showed these when they came. I've got my large and small Michigan, and I got my decimal point.
So. Yeah. Well, I don't have a decimal point, but I do have a Dansko prick punch.
There you go. Yeah.
That is that's a dandy little period. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My Mike says, "Look at you, Cranky, getting all hi, MSJ. Welcome, thank you for coming in. Look at me getting all organized. No,
right?
But it is looking better. I haven't done anything. First of all, I haven't felt good. I haven't felt like doing it, and you got to be in the mood. You well know.
Well,
but I ain't had the material to do it. Without. I had some expenses when I went down to visit Grandma Cranky, and you and I kind of sort of talked about that. But I haven't had it to do.
You came back and you got pneumonia.
Yeah, I did. As a matter of fact, I came back from there and I just finished my antibiotics. That's the fourth time. Not at all happy about that. But the first time I got it was in the heat of the summer too. So I don't know.
That makes it even worse.
Yeah, because really, I didn't get a temperature or anything. My chest just absolutely hurt to even breathe, and I knew it. It was like I laid down the second day my chest hurt. I laid down and went, "Yep, I'm calling the doctor tomorrow because this is I got it again." You just know. It's like once you've had a heart attack, you kind of know. Well, but if you're graced enough to have another one, sometime.
The fact, it's just like you leave the profession, but the profession doesn't leave you. You were an EMS, okay, that's not right.
No. Hey, quick question. Yeah. My silver journey. I'm glad you're here. I've missed the last 2 Sundays with Thule, and I've caught the one on the replay, and I'll be playing the last nights. I hate missing those live. I really do, but
So do
I'm
I.
doing the replay. But MSJ, you and uh, Silver and Gold Stack Attack have got like one of the best uh, dual things. You guys are doing a 1 year anniversary celebration, aren't you? Coming right up.
They did the first part last week, and I believe they're doing the second part this week.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, last week I was working, missed the whole thing. Last night, all heck broke loose at work, and by the time I finally got to a computer where I could turn it on, they were done. I was like,
I love the Stackers Corner. I
yeah,
absolutely love it, and I guess I think they're going to have a bunch of giveaways. Good luck, everybody. But I love their format, their
yeah.
topics, and their and believe it or not, MSJ, one of my favorite things on YouTube period is hearing about his coin shop guy, Mr. Warren.
Oh,
I,
that's on my bucket list, definitely.
what a jewel that guy must be. I just love hearing about him, and when you
And,
meet
Cranky,
somebody like that, it's just it's incredible. I really like that. So,
have you noticed though, Cranky, that whenever MSJ goes in to see Mr. Warren, his voice changes?
a little southern drawl.
Oh, not a little. His voice totally changes.
Well, every state's a little different in their in their accent too.
Yeah, Mr. Warren's a keeper. I love watching when he gets in there. Yeah, your accent definitely changes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they were talking about discussing that on Stacker's Corner
Oh
last
yeah,
time.
it's like when he's doing his videos, like, hey, check out what I picked up this week, and stuff. Okay, that's the guy next door, and then all of a sudden he goes to see Mr. Warren. It's like, yeah, he's from down south.
Yeah, he's a hick
But,
wannabe.
so well, and I know MSJ knows about it. I don't know if I told you or not that how I do my 200-mile-an-hour silver every year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, we will be getting a second one in 2026, as I got a text message several weeks back from my son that says, "Hey, Dad, start preparing because we will be going down to Charlotte, North Carolina for the Coca-Cola 600 Memorial Day weekend."
Oh,
So, and we are planning to take the long way around and hopefully stop in and see, uh, hopefully take the long way around, stop, see Mr. Warren if he's open, and, hit some of the cool stuff down there. And of course,
awesome.
if you're into NASCAR at all, they take it to a whole different level down there in Charlotte the week leading up to Memorial Day. Each of the drivers runs some kind of form of a special paint job because of the weekend. Their name is removed from the car. The driver's name is nowhere on the car. Every driver carries the name of a fallen service person.
Nice.
The paint jobs are not revealed until the week of the race, and they are revealed when family or survivors of that fallen service person come to the shop, and they unveil the car. They and the driver are the first ones to see the paint job. And then when the first time the public sees it is when it's on the track.
Nice.
But they go all out for all five branches of the 5 branches of the military and the 1 branch of Homeland Security, because nobody wants to claim the Coast Guard. But it's all about, remembering our fallen veterans, and they do a big, huge pre-race show with the military at the track. And matter of fact, the one year everybody's trying to figure out where the pace car is. Hey, the race is about to start. Where the heck is the pace car? And this CH-47 Chinook helicopter comes flying over the center grandstands, makes a hard right. So he's got this thing standing up on its rear end, and on its side at the same time. And it comes down and drops at the start finish line and only puts his rear end down on the ground. And the pace car comes shooting out of the back of the helicopter. So the U.S. Army delivered the pace car. But
Wow.
oh yeah, they go all out for the military and their families, and big. It's almost like a big old festival. All the race shops, they got public tours and stuff like that. But
Cool.
yeah, we're gonna make the trek down there, and he's all excited about it. Yeah, but the text message he sent me was a screenshot of his reservation for the tickets. He goes, "Yeah, we're going." So,
Nice. Did I hear that there was a first time a new first time winner for the Brickyard?
yeah.
Did I hear that?
Yeah,
What did he kick your driver's butt, Michi?
No. It doesn't. My thing is, the Brickyard's a special thing. If you've never won, you get your first one. Okay, great.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with this individual
Gotcha.
playing certain cards.
I got you. Yeah.
And he has done this multiple times. Every time it's been proven that the accusations he's making are not the case. Everybody that's got a garage, you got that emergency release with the little red plastic.
That's the guy.
On it. And and
Okay.
they were at Martinsville. And Martinsville Speedway has been around since Jesus was a private in the military.
Was he in the Air Force or the Navy?
Well, I don't know. I'm not taking any jabs at any branches.
I'll have to ask him.
But
not in any hurry to meet him.
All those over time, those little red handle knobby thingies, they break off. So as years have gone on, they've tied loops in the ropes so that you can reach up, pull the door down in the garage at the track. Well, next thing you know, they come out Sunday morning, race day. Oh, hey, there's this high level investigation because somebody left a noose in the garage.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's not a noose. But well, SGT, we definitely know he wasn't a Marine. Or he may
have been. Boy, now you're asking for it. Everyone knows he was a Marine.
Okay.
He walked everywhere. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay.
MSJ says everybody knows he was infantry. He walked everywhere.
Well, hey, there you go. But hey, you know what? Marines and Army both got infantry. It's just a matter of who does the job better. And you got to remember,
who gets the orders first?
Before anybody thinks I'm attacking the Marine Corps, that's the furthest thing from it, because I was raised by a Navy hospital corpsman, and most of his best friends were Marines. So, because there was one cardinal rule in the Navy: don't screw with Doc. And he could never remember when the Navy birthday was, but by golly, he'd let you know when it was November 10th every year.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I like it. I like the idea. Somebody the other day was proposing that they do they raise was it the Marine flag? Every November, like for the month.
I'm sure.
In recognition, and that's the kind of thing they should do instead of pride flags and stuff like that.
And to show you how much of a softie I became when I became a dad. Okay. And I was not like this until I became a dad. The Marine Corps made me cry one Christmas. I mean, bawl like a baby one Christmas. And it was a flippin' ad for Toys for Tots. and the thing is, and I don't know, maybe you've seen this commercial, maybe you haven't. You can find it's on YouTube. You can find it. This you can see there's a thing there for Toys for Tots, and here is this extremely squared away Marine. He's in his blues. He's standing at attention, not far from the drop off box for the toys. And this little boy walks up to him and he says, "Are you Santa?" Marine doesn't move. He doesn't react. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And he says, "Somebody, they told me you were Santa, or you can talk to Santa." And he extends his hand out with a piece of paper, and it's his wish list to Santa. And this Marine is standing there still squared away, head and eyes straight ahead, stomach in, chest out, like you're supposed to at attention. And all of a sudden you see that white gloved hand come out. Little boy puts it in and he wraps his hand around it, pulls his hand back so he's proper position of attention. And the kid goes, "He really is Santa," and walks away. And I sat there and bawled like a baby, because the first time I ever saw that, my son was like 2 months old. It was just coming up on his first Christmas, and I'm like, all right, that just totally ruined me for Christmas. so I'm secure enough in my manhood to say the Marines made me cry, and not for a bad reason.
Absolutely. Hey, I got 3 real quick things to show you here, Michi.
Okay, here, let me make you bigger.
Everybody, here's I got these there are a select few of these, as far as I know. Jack Stacks, who's in the chat. Hey, Sorcerer Stan, how you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming. Jack Stacks has been around a part of this channel for forever and a day, and now he's got a channel going, and I just really appreciate him. And he was kind enough to send this to this. This is a Stack-A-Mon. This is a limited edition. I think he said, did he say 100 of these?
Yes, they made 100 of them.
Yeah,
total.
which eat your hearts out, everybody. And oh, and then I got to show you this, because I think you know who's who.
Yeah. Okay. And by the way, who beat him in the World Series back in what was that, 1968?
Oh, I don't know. Well, that was a long time ago, Michi. What were you, about 3?
Yeah, not quite.
See?
I was still 5 years away from being thought about.
Oh, well, you may have been thought about, but the finer details just probably weren't in place yet. So, these things take time. Perfection commands a plan. We'll go with that. There we go.
You guys know why he's giving me a hard time, because I had to get my hands on the new Detroit one here.
That was in his.
We're a little irritated with them right now. So.
Well, that's all right. My Redbirds aren't where they ought to be either. Well, yeah, Jack Stack says there was 100 of these made, and we're fortunate enough that he thinks enough of us to give us some of these.
Hey, look at that! 2 Stack-A-Mons walk into a bar.
Hey, there you go.
There we go.
First one says, "Sup."
Right.
Oh, golly.
I got mine too.
Yep. I like that. That's a nice chip.
It is, yeah.
He looks like, this guy right here looks quite a bit like me these days, because I've lost, since I got that pneumonia, I lost like 12 pounds.
Yeah.
And like I needed that, I'm eating like a 300-pound orangutan here, and I can't keep any weight. I actually did do a real short, small workout this morning, for the first time in a long time, and I just did some curls and some tricep extensions and some shoulder presses.
Yeah.
But golly, man, it's I got a long ways to go to get back to square, but I'm just tired of feeling like crap.
Yeah.
I'm tired of feeling old, and the only way I can think of to not feel old is to hang around with all you kids and
Well,
do some exercises.
and you know, I still say that once you're able to have that surgery and get it out of the way, you're going to feel 1,000% better.
I sure hope so, because I got really frustrated. Oh, I got really frustrated today.
Yeah.
Just trying to get that pour prepared, and
Right.
Michi, my hands were all over the place. I couldn't really control them.
Well, see,
So,
that's why
and that's part of the reason I haven't really felt like doing something. It's like such a.
Well, that's
But
why I said when I go to start pouring, I'm going to have my son here just to, you know, for no other reason to play safety officer, so I don't burn anything down. So
yeah,
you know, I mean,
well, that's
and you guys have seen, I'll see me do it. Like, see my hands doing it now, and I'm not even doing anything. I'm not doing that. My nerves and my hand are doing that, and
wow.
that's from the injury to my neck.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, where if you see me pick something up when I'm doing a video, I'm doing it like this because if I get these involved, I can't grab it.
Yeah.
But that's partially my neck, but they've got to go on. Basically, I've got to have Tommy John surgery on both arms. So, but I'm not looking forward to that because that's like almost a year sitting on your butt, and you know, nah. So, short-term disability is not cool for a year. So, been there once, did that once, not doing it again.
Well, I hope you don't ever have to. I'm not.
Yeah, it's and I mean, I think if it was any other service provider, it wouldn't be as bad. But my employer uses Prudential, and every month it's one threat after the other. If you don't do this, we're going to cut you off. If you don't do that, we're going to cut you off. Here, you have to go on this app every day and answer questions because we have to monitor your mental stability while you're off on, even though it's a neuromuscular thing or neurosurgery or any of that stuff. You know, you could be crazy too, which is complete and utter BS. But
Yeah.
you know, how are you feeling? How do you feel about your mother? How do you feel about your father? Do you love your mother? Do you love your father? What does this have to do with me having my neck put back together?
You should ask me how I feel about your mother.
Right there, you go. So, on a lighter note, I will show you guys this. I got my first Halloween decoration for my set because anybody's been around for a minute knows I kind of went goofy back at Christmas time, and I'm probably going to do not as goofy but goofy enough at Halloween. But I actually got this from, well, those of you that are on Whatnot know him as 007 Coins. If you're on here, you know him as Phoenix Coins. He 3D printed this and had this on his Whatnot set, but I guess he's remodeling the set and or cleaning house or whatever where he does his Whatnot auctions. And he was like, literally like when a place goes out of business, everything must go, including the fixtures. So I picked that up, figured, hey, okay, I got my first Halloween decoration. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I imagine the weight of that if you poured a.
Oh God, yeah. I'd be like, oh yeah, starting bid.
That's in Supreme Ginger Stackers area there, like kilo pours and all that.
Right.
That's another guy that if y'all haven't been over to see him lately, get over and see Supreme Ginger Stackers stuff because he's pouring like kilo super detailed dragons. He just does. He's just got the coolest stuff. I don't know. He must have sold a couple of kids or part of his family to get the money to do all that stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
And then there's the picture of Cranky when he's doing his Cranky rants.
There it is. He must be talking about the United States Postal Service.
Oh God, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
my package from. Well, I'll use his name from on here. My package from Phoenix came today. It went from Florida it ended up in Indianapolis, and then went and sat in Detroit for 3.5 days before they moved it down here. I was supposed to get it Saturday. It came this morning.
Wow. Yeah, I had a bunch that last auction. I had a bunch of stuff supposed to be Thursday, Friday delivery, and I was getting
I got
emails, about You must have, because I still had some that just came today, and you know,
Yeah.
well,
I got mine.
were
I got
delivered
mine
today.
really quick.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
It kind of shocked me on this. This is not my thing, but I won that on a wheel spin from Kazoo Bullion.
Now, in your video, you said that's a $425
I
piece.
went on, the only place I could find a price on this was on eBay, and it was $425 because
Wow.
it's the limited edition with the
The cape, yeah.
movie worn piece of cape from a Thor movie, and yeah, it's a cool coin. I think it's pretty darn cool, but
It is.
again, not my thing, because anytime you see these, they're like $100 and some odd dollars, and that's, I don't know, it's
That's
something
awesome.
different.
That's
And
a good.
who
That's a
doesn't love
good
Captain
score.
America?
Yeah, that's a good score, man.
Yeah,
Really good.
every once in a while I get lucky, but then again, he also, when he does that spin of chance or whatever thing, he doesn't put garbage, at the bottom. So
Yeah.
where a lot of people, there's one guy on there. I've actually purged my whatnot, who I follow and all that, just because some people have gone from being regular sellers to being just, that's all they do is Wheel of Fortune, or
Yeah.
here, buy a chance and we'll spin this list, and wherever it stops is what you get. But yeah,
I'm not crazy about those things.
No, me either. But like I
You
said,
know?
if it's certain people, like for example, Blue Collar Stacker, he's on whatnot, his average Joe. He'll do them every once in a while. Okay, cool. I'll jump in there. I'll take a couple chances. I'm supporting a community member, even though it's a different thing, but I'm supporting a community member. Or if 007 was doing it, and I know we've all bought things at one time or another from Kazoo, so we know he's legit, and he doesn't do it all the time. So just like randomly once in a while, it's like, hey, you know what, I got a bunch of stuff to blow out, so here, let's do a spin. And when they put the good stuff in there, people, they make money, because people are trying to get that gram of gold, or that half-gram piece of gold, or that 1/10 ounce. Somebody one night was the grand prize was like a 1/10 ounce gold coin.
Nice.
So people are paying $50, $60, $70 a chance, but they're getting like a 1/10 silver round. It's like, it's an awfully expensive piece of silver. Or World Money Wins did one time. He paid $39 for a Mercury dime.
Wow.
So, and I mean, yeah, okay, it's a
was it
Mercury
a
dime,
1960? Was it 1916 or something? What's the date on the
it would have been
dime?
cool
1916D or something like that. I
It
don't
would
know
have been
anything
cool
about them, but
it was. But
yeah.
Yeah. But no,
that's the year, isn't it? Isn't that the big year for?
I think it's a 1916D. I don't know. I actually got to go look through mine. I know I don't have it, but it's fun looking anyway. So
I might have to look through mine just for fun too. I gotta check and see. I haven't actually done an actual inventory for quite a while. It's not gonna take long, but you gotta I'd like to kind of get an idea what what's where. I've been thinking about getting rid of a little bit. I've only got a little tiny bit of platinum left, and I maybe I might consider getting rid of that and getting a 16D, says MSJ. Yeah. I just get like a couple of grams of platinum, and I don't know, some cash, and get another 10th ounce. I like my 10th ounce gold, and I really do. I was thinking about picking up another one of those, but I don't know. I got a feeling gold's going to go a little bit to the south. I don't know what to expect out of silver. Everybody's pretty much ready for it to go at least to 40, but that seems to be a big a big sticking point right right
Yeah.
at $40, and it's it's only a sticking point because that's where they want it to go or
Yeah,
not go.
and it seems like every time it'll get up there, it'll get almost to 40, and then it does a U-turn and comes back down, and then it goes
Yeah,
up just
I've
about
gone.
this, and then it goes back down. So
I've gone through all the phases, and and since I started my channel, I've gone through all the phases of. I like the collectors. I like the higher premium stuff and blah blah
yeah,
blah. Now I'm just I'm just like put my head down and buy what I can when I can, and never a high
that's what
premium.
I'm
Like
doing.
I'm working on another tube of ASEs and a,
Yeah,
tube of buffaloes, and
yeah,
that's my two main goals right now, other than the constitutional.
yeah. That's I'm
Um,
pretty much for the
which
most part. And like, yeah, I kind of splurged this last payday, but I'm pretty much sticking to the
Yeah, but
Constitution.
you don't do that very often, Michi. That's you have a little more discipline than when I started. I was like, oh yeah,
Oh well, when I started, and I'm not ashamed to admit it because I know a lot of people have done it just like I did. Uh, where you start out, you're watching videos, and I some of the first people I subscribed to was Silver and Gold Stack Attack, My Silver Journey, World Money Wins.
Thule.
There was somebody else, but I'm sitting there watching all these stacking channels, and I was one of those ones that, oh, so and so's got that, I gotta have one. Oh, this one guy's got that, I gotta have one. And I'm just like, and then like three. I just got paid on Friday. It's Tuesday. I'm going, crap. Where'd my paycheck go?
Yeah.
I've got silver piled this high on the table, but it's like, oh, okay. So how am I paying for that gallon of milk and
Hell, looks
bread?
like hot dogs again.
I think I might want to put some gas in my car so I can get back and forth to work to make some more money, so I can buy more silver.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But,
slaves to the system.
Yeah, and I for a while thought, and I won't mention the name of the big name channel that has no problem throwing gloom and doom at us on the regular. Pretty much, the only videos I watch from that individual anymore, and this will probably give it away, is when he goes to his favorite LCS, because I love those guys. They're going to shoot you straight, but he likes to throw a lot of gloom and doom out there. I followed him for a while, and I fell for it for a while, and oh, you better get this before silver goes through the roof. And silver didn't go through the roof. It actually dropped. That was because when I started, we hadn't quite, everybody, the fear was that we were going to hit $30 an ounce. So
well, yeah, and I think 40 is going to be real doable pretty quick here, and I wouldn't even be surprised if by the end of the year we saw $45, but I can't see it going much higher than that. SGT says his first 100 ounces were straight silver pours. My DCA, I don't understand my DCA. Anyways, although I don't track, I got you. Dollar cost average.
Yeah.
Must be these days like $50 to $75. But you know what, SGT, I did a lot of community pours. That's the one thing I have not gotten rid of, and kind of that part of my stack. That's not a mistake to me.
Right.
That's this community is going to be around and supporting each other no matter what, and those are investment pieces to me, not
right.
not mistakes or high premium. They're important pieces to the community.
Exactly.
And I'm not ever going to get rid of those. I just like there's some that I put out that I had duplicate. Yeah, I mean, more than one pour from some of the bigger pour channels, but the ones that I was talking to Michi the other day. Remember I was saying I miss my I miss my old circle,
Yeah.
That's like you and MSJ and Hi Gaitita. Uh, Thule, Silver and Gold Stack Attack. I didn't meet him until later, but
Yeah.
SGT and Emerald Coast and Kansas Kid, and
Yep.
those are important. Constitutional Stacker,
Yeah.
Silver and Cigars. Everybody, you know, there's some differences of opinion on some things, but those
Yeah.
people were important to me, and
There's
and
differences of opinion, but the thing is, we can have our, and that's one of the cool things about this community. Okay, and you and I could have difference of opinion on something, and neither one of us is wrong, neither one of us is right, but we discuss it, and I understand Cranky's point. Cranky understands my point, and that's one of the great things because we all learn from each other.
yeah, discussion
And
should
I don't know,
generate light, not heat.
have you seen the last couple of lives that SGT has done with his pores?
No, I
Oh
honestly,
my god,
Mishy,
it's
when I fell
I'm
out, I
sitting
fell
there.
out
I
completely.
was literally sitting there drumming my fingers on my wallet, going, "God, I hope he makes some more of those." And it's
Yeah,
not. And my thing is
he's doing some
that if
outstanding
he,
stuff.
yeah, oh, absolutely. If he sells some of his pores, and I buy one, I'm doing that to support a community member. Other than the fact that he does phenomenal work. I haven't seen a crappy pour yet on anybody.
No,
And I'm supporting my fellow community members. I'm gonna dabble in it. I'm kind of getting anxious. Maybe I might get to do it if our weather ever levels out. We get rid of the humidity for a few days. Um, I'm gonna attempt to do some pours.
good for you.
And
It's fun.
it's
You'll
something to
enjoy
do.
it.
It's something different. And if I stink at it, I'll find somebody to give all the stuff I bought to, so they can add it to their toolbox. But it's just it's cool because I can say, and I've had people that will, copper. They grumble at copper. They grumble at aluminum. Well, you can take these and turn that into art. Hey, I'm all about it. You know what? You took the time to pour that blood, sweat, tears, frustration, whatever, and
Yeah,
and I show this off all the time. Thule did this. This
that's
started its
phenomenal.
life as the pull things on pop cans.
Yep.
And here it is.
Yep.
And that's freaking cool. I love it.
She's
It's one
good.
of my favorite pieces and yes, it's in my stack. It's in my deep stack. It's not going anywhere. I pull it out on special occasions like lives.
I miss talking to her regularly. SGT and I were talking about doing now you've got a stamp, Mishy. I don't know if he even remembers this, but we had kind of briefly discussed like doing a pour of a bar or something, and then just sending it around and having like I would put my Cranky stamp on it, he would put his SGT, you could do your Mishy. But the only problem I have with that is I want it back. I don't
right.
That would be a it would be a way cool. That would be a way cool piece.
One full return to Cranky.
Yep. And then, and you could have certainly more than one, but I just thought that was a cool idea to get a whole bunch of people to do that.
Right. Here,
And
I'm gonna make myself big for a second.
I have every medal I think that Thule did in her wisdom pours, and I'm still crazy about all of them. I love her work.
Well, see here, this is my temporary one. If I can get it to focus.
There it is.
And yes, it's backwards. But
yeah,
it
should be
the way it's supposed to be.
You don't want to be looking at it from the Canadian side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, true. Actually, it looks better from the Canadian side, but anyway.
Well,
but I will say this, I am my because I have the computer abilities of a gnat. My son has taken a picture of this guy, and we're trying to darken it up enough so that we can do a stamp out of it. So
Yeah, nice. I like it.
we'll see if it doesn't
That'll
work.
be
Then we'll
awesome. Can you
eventually
imagine the cranky face next to the Mickey? That'd be cool stamping. I think it's a great idea, and that would be that would be depending on the size of the bar. I mean, you could do a
Yeah.
5 ounce or 10 ounce or whatever, and
Yeah.
everybody could do their stamps and maybe auction it, raffle it off for
Yeah.
some sort of cause sometime.
Yeah.
That would benefit somebody. I think it's cool, but I'd like to have something like that with everybody's stamps on it. That'd be way cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, excellent ideas. Excellent ideas. Well, where are we at time wise here, Mister?
We are in a minute 15. An hour and 15 minutes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go get Mr. Jimmy some dinner here.
Oh yeah.
SGT says I'm in this for the long haul and I enjoy making stuff. I have no expectations for a future in this, but if it comes, great. Now that's the attitude to have.
SGT, I gotta say, man, I went back because I only caught the one when you I'm gonna say the Medicine Man pour that you did. I only caught about 5 minutes of that live. I actually went back and watched the whole thing, and then I was able to pop in for a few minutes in your last one and went back and watched the whole thing. Man, I just, like I said, I was sitting there like this, strumming my wallet.
Yep, there you go. And you know what?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just sitting here. My mind's like whirling like a buzzsaw here. I didn't even mention, Broke Stacker, 3D, Stackerman's Rabbit. I mean, the things there's so much talent out there that
this is the one that Stackerman sent me.
Yeah,
that's another one. This thing's cool. I think this is easily like 5.5 ounces. I can't remember. I weighed it once just because I was curious, but yeah, that's a good hefty piece of metal there.
There's my broke copper. You know how long I wanted one of those before I got one. Right. That was, and then this is Stackerman. This is pewter.
Yeah.
And then he did. I've got the other one too that he, that's a basically the snake pattern like that. I just love them. Well, I cannot find pewter anywhere. I'd love to pour some pewter. But
my favorite one that you've got in your backdrop is the one 365 did for you. I think 365 did that for you.
So, well, I think 365 instigated it. That's Silverpunk.
Okay.
That dude's a whole nother level.
That one
and this
is there.
This is one of one.
Yes, that's
39's fine, and it's Hallmark.
Amazing work. I will say that in a heartbeat. And
coolest thing about that is, and we're talking about all our friends and everything, man. I haven't even got started on how much I miss 365. I miss Scott Silver, Stack Collector. I'm gonna have to have him on, him and 365 one of these days, just for shits and grins. But I love the Hallmark that they do on silver over there. But you remember, I don't know if you remember when I first got that. I
was watching the video. I was watching it when you got it.
You moron.
You had to take a couple deep breaths when you opened that up. I remember that.
Yeah. What a moron. It's like, dude, that's like some celestial owl there. I mean, if you look, it looks kind of like an owl, right?
Because didn't you do that live?
Yeah. I did.
Somebody told you to turn the
one. That's probably. I need to go back and watch that and kind of laugh because
they said something to the effect of, "Hey, turn it."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it got real quiet, and he realized what it was.
Yeah,
that was a good live stream you did that night.
MSJ saying thrift stores are a good
Yes.
place to find pewter. You know what though? I've been to. We have 13 Goodwill stores in this town, and I have
Yeah.
been to over half of them. And I've been to little flea, little private antique
Mm-hmm.
/ flea market stores, and you cannot find sterling silver or
Right.
pewter. I
Yeah.
have, and I've been seriously looking for pewter for at least 6 months, probably closer to
Yeah.
8 or 10. You can't find it. And when you ask somebody, hey, would you hold sterling and call me, or would you hold pewter and call me? They just kind of look at you like, huh?
Right.
Like, no,
Yeah.
I won't. It's like, okay.
I've got to take one of these days. I've got to take a ride up the road here. We've got really good size, and they call it an antique mall up here
Yeah.
in Flat Rock, just north of me. And I've looked at some of their pictures, some of the pictures they take, because anytime they get because they do the whole thing where you've got your little area set up and people can buy stuff from your area, and then they basically put it in your mail slot, so you come in and get your money, whatever. But they've got a couple of places that have a ton of coins, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to go in there one of these days and actually slow roll through there, instead of just running in and see what I look for what I'm looking for and then book back out the door. So
Yeah. Well, MSJ, if you can find some pewter, I'll pay. Oh, look at there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That's Grandma Cranky for her
all right.
daily update. So
Uh-oh.
I'll have to call her back here. But
Well, we're gonna wrap it up here in a minute anyway.
all right.
We usually
Yeah.
go about
Yeah.
an hour, and we're at hour 21, almost hour 22 here now. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's I'm gonna
This
have
is.
to take a ride up the road here and see what I can find.
And see, I wouldn't even have any idea how, MSJ, maybe you could let me know how much. I mean, how do you price pewter? You know,
Right.
I
Right.
mean, it does have a silver content, I think, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's such a pretty metal though, and I
Oh yeah.
hear like BBA says it's pretty easy to work with, and I just
Yeah.
want to try it. Um, so yeah, well, we'll figure something out. I'll get my
Okay.
hands on some somehow.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right. Well, you know what? I think we're gonna wrap it up for this Monday. For those of you that are new, we do this every other Monday.
mhm.
So we will be back at it 2 weeks from today. And
God
everybody,
willing.
glad you stopped in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for getting in the chat. I said we don't always talk strictly about precious metals. We just and sometimes some people get so serious about it that it stresses them out. So we'll talk about why the sky's blue and the grass is green, just to get your mind off the stressful stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
For lack of a better
And
way to put it.
the longer I do
So
this, and the older I get, the more precious things are, other than
yeah,
just metals.
right,
It's not
right.
it's not all about just the metals for me.
And
So
me every once in a while I'll get on my channel and annoy people with Michi on the town. I know I had some smart remarks to go with some of my stuff I did when my son and I went to the ball game. So
love it.
yeah. But all right, everybody. Again, thanks for popping in.
Yeah, thank you,
Cranky,
everybody.
Cranky, it's always a pleasure, buddy. Um, we'll
Pleasure's
do it again in
mine.
2 weeks.
Yep, we will do it. We will
Yeah.
do it.
So
Hope
oh,
everybody's.
Stacker Man just popped in. Sorry, we're wrapping up, buddy. But yeah, as soon as the replay comes up,
Yep.
it's good to see you. We were actually talking about you. Your ears must have been burning. We were talking.
Yeah, you'll have
Not
to
in a
go
bad way either. We
go
we're
to
just
about
talking about all our
63
friends up
minutes.
pork.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right,
Only good
everybody.
stuff.
So I'll let Cranky do his first.
Yep. Well, everybody, you just stay safe, shoot straight, keep stacking, stack the right stuff, and just emphasis on the stay safe out there stuff.
Amen. All right, everybody. Keep stacking, keep hunting, keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings. Get wherever you're going and back home safe, and we'll see y'all soon. We're out.
Angels, y'all.